happening now. It is Developmental Disability Awareness Month, and a Portland nonprofit is making it their mission to bring more people with disabilities into the workplace. Joining us this morning is Dr. Jennifer Komoda-Luki. She is the president and CEO of Relay Resources, and we're talking this morning about how these companies can create some diverse workplaces. Really do appreciate the time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Okay, before we dive in to exactly what the work that you're doing, just kind of back up here and tell us about Relay Resources for people that may not be as familiar with what you do.
Yes, Relay Resources is the largest disability employment social enterprise nonprofit in the state of Oregon. We have about 850 team members, and we have various business services that we offer our customers. We hire people with and without disabilities, working side by side with support to perform these services. So some of the services we perform, we've got supply chain logistics, we have document digitization, and we also have our largest service, which is building solutions, which includes everything that happens inside and outside a building, janitorial services, landscaping, and specialty services like floor care that we do for a building.
Yeah.
We also have a service where we have people that we place outside of Relay Resources in jobs, and we provide coaching and support. And finally, the thing that I'm excited about is our new workforce development program. It's called AbilIT, and it is a 14-week cybersecurity training course that we are doing for people who are neurodivergent. And we'll actually be in our new downtown location right down the street here at 200 Southwest Market, training people in cybersecurity and IT. So that they can go out and get jobs.
Well, welcome to the neighborhood.
That's truly a hop, skip, and a jump from us right
here. And truly, some of these jobs are so vital to the fabric of our community. If you have been in and out of PDX and admired what an awesome airport we have, some of those folks are the ones making everything happen behind the scenes, right?
Yes, thank you so much for mentioning that.
Yeah.
We have the PDX airport where we do all the janitorial service there. We also clean Portland State University. And then some of our other customers at our supply chain logistics site are Bob's Red Mill and Danner Boots.
Oh, cool.
So we do a lot of work in the community with other businesses.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, now, so what are some examples, or just explain to us kind of developmental disabilities when we're talking about Developmental Disability Awareness Month here in March?
Yes, so Developmental Disability Awareness Month, National Developmental Disability Awareness Month, was started in 1987 when President Ronald Reagan signed a proclamation to designate March as the date of the month where we call attention to people with developmental disabilities. And so 8.4 million people in the country have a developmental disability, and that includes cerebral palsy, autism, spina bifida, intellectual disability. And this is personal to me because I have an adult son with an intellectual disability, and so that's how I learned about this particular type of disability. But yes, we want to call attention. We want to let people know that people with developmental disabilities go to school, they live, work, and play in the community, and we just want to make sure it's an inclusive world where every person with a disability belongs.
Yeah, I mean, how helpful is this for those who have a developmental disability to find a stable environment, you know, with their work life? I would imagine that it really stabilizes their entire life from there.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, a big part of our day-to-day life is our job. We spend the most number of years actually at work. And so we want to make sure that we have employment for people with developmental disabilities and really all types of disabilities. But this month in particular, we're really calling attention to people with developmental disabilities and how we can make sure that us as employers and as a community can make sure they feel included.
Yeah, it's a good reminder. A lot of times there are things that you just might not even be thinking of, the easy changes that can make an environment more inclusive to all.
Absolutely.
With that in mind, next month, you're going to be hosting your first ever Disability Next Summit on April 10th. Tell us about that.
We are so excited. It's our inaugural Disability Next Summit, and we are having speakers from all over the country, nationally recognized speakers come and talk about topics like neuro-inclusion in the workplace. So people with, you know, ADHD, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, dyslexia, how do we include people like that in our workplaces? Another topic that I think is really really important, especially today, is mental health in the workplace. It's a non-apparent disability. Often we don't know if somebody has a mental health diagnosis or not, but yet it does present itself in the workplace, and we want to make sure that we as employers are doing everything we can to include people with mental health diagnosis, or if their family member has a mental health issue. That will, of course, impact an employee at work. So we are doing what we can to call attention to that. And so this summit, one of my favorite speakers is the father-son duo of Mark Cronin and John Cronin. John Cronin is a young man with Down syndrome, which is a type of developmental disability, and they started the largest online sock company in the world, John's Crazy Socks. So they are coming to speak, and we're so excited to have them.
Oh, that's awesome. Wonderful. So if somebody wants to attend, how can they attend that summit?
Yes, they can go on summit.relayresources.org for tickets, and there's the full lineup and all of our speakers listed on that website, and they can come. It's going to be at Viking Pavilion April 10th. We are so excited to bring the future of disability inclusion at work.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Fantastic. Dr. Lubke, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We appreciate the spotlight here during Developmental Disability Awareness Month. But of course, Relay Resources offers resources for folks year-round. So if you want to learn more about next month's summit or all of the incredible work that Relay Resources is doing in the community, just check out this story on KOIN.com. It is 8:13.